Today, I'm in Mayfair. I'm going to be spending one night in one of London's most richest hotels, which is home to one of the world's best bars. We'll try their famous Martini cocktails, we'll check out the food, this incredible suite, and so much more. Wow, it's like you're walking into a stately home. All this beautiful woodwork. My room is right at the end, number 105. So I've stayed in a few hotels in London. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you'll know that one of the things that I notice as soon as I walk into a hotel is the smell. You can sense that you're in somewhere that takes pride in their hotel when it smells really nice. Okay, so bedroom that way, bathroom that way, and the living room is in here. Come on. Look at this. I love the green. This actually does remind me a little bit of a couple of the hotels that I stayed in Italy. Look at that, they have even gone to lengths of doing that on the cushions. Now I don't know about you, but I personally am not a big fan of the way that cushions are fluffed like that, right? People are going to moan at me, but I like the cushions like that. That way is quite posh, but I prefer that way. Not a big fan of the sofa, to be honest. Not the most comfortable. You've got this lower cushion just sitting in your back, and then you've got no support up here. Look at that beautiful fireplace. Look at that antique clock. Now, one thing I say, I know it's health and safety, but when you book a room of this price, wouldn't it be great, because you've got a butler in this room as well, that they could come and light a fire for you? That'd be amazing. I don't know if any hotel still does that in London like they used to in the olden days. The artwork and the lights and the gold around the room. I mean, look at that, up to the ceiling. So the heart of any hotel room is the minibar. Look at this. I mean, this is full on Pirates of the Caribbean style. Look how beautiful this minibar is. It's not very often that I say that a minibar is beautiful, but that really is. I love the way it's all laid out like that. However, it's not included in the price, and when you find out the price point of this room, you'll be like, again, that should all be complimentary, right? Maybe some of it. I've never seen a mug this big in any hotel room that I've stayed in London. They're normally quite small, and I love a good cup of tea in the morning, and I like it in a big old mug. So that is good. Branding is on point, even on the saucer. But again, Premier Inn kettle? That's a shame. But one thing I can hopefully guarantee, and like what people have told me in the comments before when I've stayed in cheaper hotels, that some people wash out their underwear in kettles. Is that actually a thing? Because I always do boil it first before I actually boil it for a proper cup of tea. But I would like to think in an establishment like this that no one has done that in this hotel. They've got a book with recipes and iconic creations from the Connaught Bar, which is downstairs, which we're going to go and check out, which was or is one of the best in the world. They've got their signature cocktails there, which we will definitely have to try out later, the martinis. I'm sure that's not free. No price list in here. Oh, I think there's a QR code somewhere. Is there a QR code somewhere? I don't know, I'll have to look. Just look at how antique this is. Look at that, they've even got a little table there to make your tea on in the morning. I think this is the fridge. Glasses are so beautifully polished. Look at that. I love the red in there. That's really nice. But what a minibar cabinet, eh? The history behind that. I'd love to know how old that is. So when you pay for an expensive room in London, it is nice to receive some welcome gifts. It could be some fruits, it could be a little bit of chocolate, it could be a dessert. And on here, we have pretty much everything. We've got a bottle of champagne, we've got some sweets, some fruit, some cookies, and also a very nice cocktail. Let's check out the view of Mayfair. And we do have a view of the fountains. I think they go on every 15 minutes. The hustle and bustle of Mayfair going on down there. Nice little window seat. They've got the expensive water. This looks like a brand new rug. Do love the modern twist on the lights. So you've got a little bit of modern in here, but you've also got this beautiful architecture. And look at all the gold in here as well. For those that might ask the question, where's the TV? It's just behind here. It's pretty big. And actually quite tastefully done, because sometimes in these grand hotel suites, they kind of add it on a stand and it looks out of place, but at least they've hung this on the wall. And yes, all right, not completely symmetrical, but it looks good. The bedrooms through there, you can tell with the luggage. And in here, I love this, look at that. The bathroom. First thing I noticed, right, this is a beautiful bathroom, and the thing that lets it down is the toilet. Because yeah, it's one of these like lovely smart Japanese toilets that heats your bum and cleans you. It's great, but I would have preferred to have seen, like, you know, a proper old style toilet in here, because it just doesn't go, does it? Which is a bit of a shame. I love it. Is it, would you say 1940s type of style? I love that. Look at that. I didn't think that's actually built into the mirror. Little hidden cupboards. Just quite nice. Big bath, look. I love how they've framed the anti-slip bath mat and just put it there. And what's interesting is these smart toilets, normally the flush is on here, but they've still got that there. So it's like almost like it's half and half. Because normally you get the smart toilets to have the flush on there, but this one for some reason, is it a slightly cheaper version because they've still got the flush installed on the wall? I don't know, someone will tell me in the comments. We've even got the extra quilted. Look at that, branding's on point. Pretty small shower. Oh wow, look at that. The branding is everywhere, even on the floor. That is this marble? Yeah, this is solid marble, look at that. Like a big sunflower. Huge shower head. But not the biggest shower. I think at a squeeze, you're gonna go for around about 2 people in here, which is perfect because Gabby is gonna be joining me in just a moment. Branding's on point, look, even on the towels, which seem really lovely and fluffy. And the bedroom, I have to say this is a weird style in the sense that it's a bit grand, it's a bit old, it's a bit modern. It's a bit mismatch. Casper's got a bed in here. It doesn't look as grand with that bed, which looks kind of like a hospital bed, but it's a little put-me-up bed for Casper. But what's really nice is they've put balloons there. They've got a little gift for Casper too. I do love it when you're staying a night with your children that they make the children feel extra welcome. They've even got a little card for Casper, a little dog. They've got a sticker book, an activity book, and some pencils, and branding is on point there too. Bed test, nice and comfy. And I tell you what, have you ever seen a pillow this long before? So you've got this pretty old writing desk and chair, but then you've got like a real space age modern lamp, something a little bit more modern there. It kind of doesn't match up with the rest of the room, does it? Wardrobe's complete with big old chunky wooden hangers. And you've got the little posh hangers here as well. Branding's on point, even on the bin. This is nice, a makeup area. Oh, there's the safe. The Connaught Cinema Collection. British film, okay, classic films been selected. So let's check out the spa, which is down here. I'm lost. Well, these rooms look a bit different compared to where I am. Wow, I love that feature wall at the back there where the water's just coming down. This is nice. I love the stairs as you get into the pool. Some dates, fresh fruit. Are these teas? Herbal tea. There they are, look at that. The pool's pretty quiet. Let's check out the gym. They have a wine cellar here. I don't know if it's open to guests. I've got my room key. Will it open the lock? I bet it won't. It's turned red, so I guess no. Got all the wines in there. Well, transparent chair. We kindly request you do not sit on this artwork. It's like acrylic. I think that'd break if you sat on it. I have no idea where I am. I just came up from the basement and this looks like a completely different hotel. Must be a function room. Oh yes. Oh wow, look at this. Wow, that's nice. I love having a good nose. It's great when they leave the doors open. Wow, look at that. So it's won the award a couple of times for the best bar in the world. That's quite an accolade. And also it's one of the few restaurants in the world to have 3 Michelin stars. I'm not going to eat alone because Gabby is going to be joining me and she's downstairs. Let's go. I thought you was going to meet me downstairs. You look lovely.
Oh, thank you. Well, I was just looking at paintings actually. There's like a really nice one there of the horse. They're really, really nice, aren't they?
It is. It's like a grand, I said it's like a grand stately home.
Yeah, every time I've gone to like a different hallway, there's been like a different picture and stuff like that, and it looks really, really lovely. Stairs, it's all very polished and varnished.
You're looking forward to going into the best bar in the world.
Of course.
It's a bit dark in here, so we apologise about the light. We're even using a torch on our phone to read the menu. They do a bespoke martini cocktail for you and they make it for you right in front of you. That's what this bar is famous for. Should we do that?
Yeah.
We were just saying that once again we feel overdressed because there's people in here who jump. It's a quite casual bar, but
they said that this was one of the best bars in the world. That's what they said. So I was like, well, yeah, like you've got to dress up. And then I come in here and I'm like, who's wearing a jumper? Polo neck jumper. And I'm like, I mean, don't get me wrong, you can get some really nice polo neck jumpers.
Yeah, there's people in here in cardigans and stuff like that, but we thought we'd dress up for the occasion.
A lot of people are just very casual.
Yeah.
Like they were in Wetherspoons.
Don't say that. Masterpieces. These are the legendary cocktails for which this bar is renowned. Famous recipes refined, re-inspired and creatively reinvented.
As you know, here we're quite famous for martinis. We give you the opportunity to personalize your beautiful cocktail with one of the 5 different flavor profiles that we have. I'm just gonna place them here for you on these flavor maps. I'm just gonna place it here on the table and this will... We are going to start with the first one, which is called Dottor Rego. Dottor Rego is named after our director Agostino, which is created this bitter back to 2008 when he first opened the Connaught Bar. It is based on bergamot and ginseng root from Asia. Excellent if you're looking for freshness, citrus peel aroma. It's got a touch of woodiness thanks to the ginseng root.
So all these are bitters then, yeah?
Correct.
Okay.
To make this bitter, we use a blend of 2 different cardamoms. We got the black cardamom and the green cardamom. which will add some balsamic notes and a little hint of smokiness to finish with.
What can you smell?
I bet you can't even tell the difference.
Well, to be honest, it all smells the same because it's all on one card, so trying to smell each individual one is a bit hard. So we could have gone for gin or vodka. We've gone for gin, but I'm going to go for the cardamom. And Gabby's going for the tonga.
In this case, we have the tonka.
Really like go towards the actual taste. It's amazing, isn't it?
That's an art. I'd get that everywhere if I did that. Look at the height on it.
And that makes a difference when you do it like that.
It's putting the lemon all around it, so wow.
The tonka bean bitter for you.
Wow. That is so strong.
He did say it was going to be quite strong, didn't he? I'm glad. I don't know, maybe we should have chose vodka, but the gin makes it a little bit dry, which is quite nice actually. Do you mind if I try yours?
Try it. Mine.
Yours is vodka.
Mine's like I know, right?
I'm glad I went for the gin. Just the other bar up here. How are you feeling after that then, Gabby?
I'm so glad that I did not have a drink in the room because it was so powerful. Like I'm like, whoa, I feel really, really good. And I'm like, I think it's because like it was a really strong drink. Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it in this curtain?
Oh wow, we've got little stools. You can have a little private area.
We've just come into the red room, or red bar. I just want to tell you how much the cocktails were. So they were £30 each with a service charge added on. We ordered a bottle of water that came to £10. So the grand total with the water and those two special martinis came to £90. We just walked in here and Gabby has just ordered us a champagne cocktail before we even looked at the menu to see how much it is. Surprised.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so this is a 3-star Michelin restaurant, and I think this is the first time that I've ever had a wine list like this. This isn't a list, this is this flipping book. This is insane. It's so big, they have an index. Pages. Wow. Is that the prices per bowl? Per glass?
Of course.
Right.
So,
This is a welcome drink from the chef?
yes.
I've never had a welcome drink from the chef before.
It looks like pottery gone wine, doesn't it? That's an interesting taste. I can't even pinpoint what that is.
Gabby decided to choose this. We didn't look at the price. £60 per glass. There's a guy in the toilet. It's an old-fashioned thing, isn't it? You know, if you're a guy and you've been to the toilets and you go into a posh establishment and there's someone in there handing you a towel, and I said, how long have you been working in there? He said, since 4 o'clock this afternoon. 8-hour shift. And how much tip do you normally get? And I looked on his little tip thing. He had £2. I gave him £20. He just was like so thankful, and I just being in the toilet for 8 hours. Wow. As yet, we haven't ordered, but we've just got a gift from the chef, which everybody gets. So they do a 7-course tasting menu or a 5-course tasting menu. We've opted for the 5-course tasting menu. So for the first course, there is a supplement if we go for the caviar, obviously, an extra £85 on top of the price that we're going to pay, which we'll come to. The lighting here isn't very good, so I hope you can see that. So we're going to go for the crab to begin with from Cornwall, and then we're going to go for the either the lobster or the red mullet. Then we're going to go for the piglet or wagyu beef, and then we're going to go for the fig or the chocolate for dessert. We're a little bit confused about what is inside the water jug. Looks like a pufferfish. Does it add flavour, or is it just pretty? Can we just for a moment appreciate the salt and the pepper? There's the salt. And here is the pepper. That is so decadent. So it's like a really airy mousse at the top and then the crab meats at the bottom.
Yeah.
Wow. Can I just say as well, Cornish crab, of course amazing, but both of us being from Norfolk, you also can't beat chroma crab.
True.
That is nice. Look at that. Wow, that's butter, man.
It might be the most iconic dish here. Developed this dish, which is the lobster cooked in tandoori spices. On the side you can also find some cecina, which is a cured beef, which has been marinated with the Chianti wine for a week, and the Wagyu beef tartlet topped with smoked egg yolk.
Thank you.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Thank you. So mine is medium well. Gabby's is medium rare. It's like a hot knife going through butter. Wow. We've just been given a pre-dessert. This is a bread. Ice cream. It's like a sorbet. It's weird because it does taste like a bread and butter pudding. That's really unusual, but really nice. These leaves are made of cocoa. I feel bad breaking them. And also we've got some chocolate truffle on the side. Dessert was lovely. The final bill is here, and I'll admit that we did have a drink or two at the bar and may have overlooked some parts of the menu. It was either a 7-course or a 5-course. We went for the 5-course. Now, at the beginning, there was the caviar that was an extra charge, which was something like, was it 40 or 80 pound extra per person? Somehow we managed to order the Wagyu beef, which was an extra supplement to the tasting menu, to the tune of £240. I just came upstairs, said, oh, how much was it? She went, nearly 1,000. I went, sorry? She went, nearly £1,000. I was like, the 5-course was £210 each, right? Tasting menu, which came to £420. Now that Wagyu beef that we had was an extra £120. We had 2 of those, 240. Followed by 2 glasses of champagne, which was £130. Gabby's glass of red wine came to £26. Her coffee came to £12. VAT added on, service charge, a service charge of £124.20. It came to the most I've ever paid for dinner. She's blooming laughing. £952. That's ridiculous. Top tip, do not enjoy a cocktail or 2 before dinner. I'll see you in the morning for breakfast. Good morning. So you can have breakfast downstairs. We've decided to have it in the room because although it's lovely downstairs, it is very small and people are literally kind of like on top of you. So obviously for filming, I thought it'd be a little bit easier and it'd be nicer and a bit different to have it in the room. So you can order whatever you want for breakfast. Gabby has gone for some eggs Benedict, some avocado on toast. I've gone for some granola. The pastry chefs do an amazing array of pastries to have for breakfast. We've gone for some coffee and also some toast. Could you pass me the coffee pot, please? I've never sat so far away from you on the table. I feel a little bit like we're at the Queen's dinner table. Now this is what you call a huge coffee pot. Look at that. That coffee will keep us going. We're still getting over the fact that dinner last night was so expensive. We will come to the price of how much we paid for this room and all the other costs after we finish breakfast. This is a ruby red juice. What's in it? There's carrot in that. I can taste beetroot as well.
Yeah, it does say carrot, beetroot, orange, lemon and ginger.
When you stay in a lot of hotels, you can't always go for the eggs and bacon because you'll start putting on weight, which I'm doing. So I've gone for the healthier option today. But Gabby's got quite a range of food to keep her going.
But my range of food is healthy option. There's a lot of it, but it's all healthy. There's an eggs Benedict with spinach, avocado on granary toast, smoked salmon, So I think that although there's a lot of it, it's a lot of healthy option, to be fair.
This pastry is so nice. Just look how beautiful the lift is. They're all different colours. I think the other one's purple, this one's green. All right, we've got the final bill here. We'll talk about that in just a second. Now, this isn't my cup of tea, really. The room itself is very grand.
Yeah, it's very grand.
But like a couple of hotels that we've stayed in London, it's that old timely feel. I mean, to be honest, I got kind of like Italian vibes with this room.
Yeah, like the chairs.
The Venetian element, yeah, and definitely the green.
Oh.
Definitely the green.
Yeah.
I loved how the minibar was presented. The furniture in the bedroom was all mismatched. However, our night's sleep in that bed was pretty good.
Yeah, it was really comfortable bed.
I loved the shower. I didn't get a chance to experience the bath though, but we loved the shower. I found the toilet weird. It's one of those Japanese toilets, yet the flush is like
Weak.
behind it, and it is weak. Yeah, you have to. I know it's a really random thing to talk about. It was just like, how many times have I got? Even just going for number one. I mean, how many times do I need to actually
That's
flush
too much
this?
information.
The staff here were great, and the world famous bar downstairs was a great experience.
Oh, it was, yeah.
The fact that how the martini,
lemon.
how he did the martinis like that, and then because we were like, what's he doing with the lemon? But it's obviously scenting the air as the liquid falls through
We
it.
didn't realise so much you could actually go into a martini cocktail, did we?
And I'm not a big martini drinker, but after this, I've certainly got the taste for it. But wow, yeah, they're strong. We had one each. And when we walked to the other bar, we did stumble along the way a little bit.
Yeah, okay, so this works.
The tasting menu was really, I mean, that's the first time I've ever ate in a 3-star Michelin restaurant.
It was lovely food.
It
really
was
nice.
lovely food. Instead of going for the 7-course, we went for the 5-course. And instead of going for the piglet, we went for the Wagyu beef. And I love the fact that he actually bought a cut of beef to the set, a real cut of beef.
To show us and describe the meat, like the inside of the meat.
We didn't realise, because we were a little bit intoxicated at that point, that it was an extra charge. We loved the dinner and the way that each course was presented to you and explained about the food. I mean, the thing is that when you're in a restaurant like that, they serve the food and they explain it, and there's so much information coming at you, it's difficult to take in what they're saying, especially when you've had a drink.
It's overwhelming, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Beautiful hotel, and I love the entrance with the fireplace. It felt really cozy.
And
it really did.
The smell of flowers, which actually isn't the flowers, it's the candle they've got burning.
It was a lovely floral display.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there is,
nice.
but the scent wasn't coming from the flowers, but it made you think it was almost just.
I think that walking into, like, we're in Mayfair, you don't expect a hotel to come across cozy like that. A lot of these big hotels, you think, oh, they're so big and overpowering, but this was really intimate and real cozy as well. That's what was really nice. Let's talk about the bill then. So last night's dinner came to £952. This morning I woke up and was like, was that a dream? And then I looked at the receipt again and I was like, no, it wasn't. The nightmare.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, because I got the bill at the end and Tim was like, how much was it? I went, nearly £1,000. And you went, come again?
I was like, it can't be. How can it be? I was like, because the tasting menu was £200 and something. How did we get to that amount? And now we know why. I think it was because he brought the beef to the table and he was like, do you want to go for the piglet or the beef? And was like, oh, we don't want to go for the piglet. We'll go for the beef. And he kind of like did it like that. And so it made us feel like, we want to go for the beef, and then completely forgot that we had to pay extra for it. The room rate, is it worth the price? This room. And we were upgraded, because I booked this through My American Express, and obviously when you do that you can get a free upgrade when it's available. But the room rate that I originally paid for, which is not much difference to this really, to be honest, it's just the view that we had, I think, was £3,774. The service charge was added on for £153. So the drinks last night in the Connaught Bar were £90. It brought the grand total to a whopping £5,035. And if you like hotels, don't forget to click on the screen now and check out Claridge's in London. This hotel was pretty amazing. If you haven't already, don't forget to go and follow Gabby's channel. The link is also going to be in the description. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Remember to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.